Ah! Yes! There he is. Right, put a camera on.
Hi, I'm Kasper Hickman from Finland, and we're here in Loudenvielle for the second World Cup, and this is the Pinkbike course preview.
Oh, he nailed it! He nailed it!
Kasper Hickman, first year junior from the Cube Factory team. This kid was impressing earlier in the year with his jumping skills, power and speed. Got a bit of a BMX background, so he's looking good up here. And look how dry and dusty it is compared to how we've seen it previously. It's beautiful out there. But riders were saying it was needing to get the top layer washed off the surface, get a few more riders down it to really push the speed. This is definitely a welcome sight compared to the misery of Poland. And this top section is so fast, super quick. Kasper was saying he almost washed out in a few places, but this is looking good. That is the fastest. I would argue that's probably one of the fastest bits of track on the hill, or at any of the World Cups. You go so fast off of that road, and here is all about speed carrying. You've got to pump the ground, work it, but you've got to pump the ground and you've got to stay aero. So like riders are trying to like keep their head down, but really work the legs to keep that bike moving through this stuff. So fast. Like I don't even want to guess at what the max speed will be. I would assume the speed trap's up here. Let's say 60. We're going to be close to 60. Down into here, a few jumps and things. This was a tricky kind of hip in the past. Now we're going to the moto section. And the big stall wall. Now people have gapped that in the past, and I know for a fact people have gapped it this morning, and I'm going to go and ghost that. I want to find out if the scrub or the send is faster. Around these turns, those are tricky turns, caught out people in the past. But Kasper's looking good, he's looking smooth. This is looking like a savvy run from a junior. Usually I'm worried for, oh, nice gap. That's a really tricky one to line up for. I'm usually worried for the junior's safety. Oh, come on, BMX background boys and girls. Place that back wheel down nicely there. Up highline on the grass, drops into that turn, it's looking smooth. Now they changed it here. It used to be a hard right, but they're going over the back of the berm. Off camber turn, tricky, and then into this corner that's going to slow people down onto this bridge a little bit. Over the bridge, if you're feeling steezy, you can do a stoppie the whole way down it, not a race run. Now this is so steep, it's like a vertical drop in off of there. Super blind, very hard to get the angle right. Kasper's looking nice and clean, he's high up on here. Really awkward, like drop into upslope there, nice and high, middle. Oh god, he was almost off the edge of the track here. Now this has changed a little bit. This is the super steep section where people have had carnage in the past. Now Kasper's going to look around there. That was the B line back there. So if this gets too difficult to ride, they've got a chicane B line that riders will be allowed to do if things get a little bit too sketchy. So he's coming into some more kind of steeper techie stuff, really rough down here. Grab your bike suspension set up well because you're under hard braking as you're battering into those corners. You've got the big punch wedges to stop people sneaking on the inside of any poles there. Rail around that turn. Yeah, this is looking nice and clean. This is another tricky corner. I ruined myself here one year. There is a high line you can do, and there's also a gap there. Kasper's just keeping it clean. Sickest scrub crest ever. People that can scrub while turning to the right just get the steeziest maneuvers off of there you've ever seen. Nice berms, carrying speed. Trickiest section of track to carry the speed on, especially when it's wet, and we might be getting some thunderstorms later in the week. And yo! I've not seen anyone do that before. That was a big triple. He pulled up off of the road. Come on, that was very cool. Coming down into the lower sections, super heavy landings down here. Rail in this corner. The left hand side is a heavy landing, the right hand side the smoother one. So many people went straight on into the netting there this morning because it's just running so much faster than last year.
How was it?
Good.
Yeah.
Got to figure some stuff out still.
No.
Yeah.
Thanks man, appreciate
No
that.
worries.
Sick run from Kasper. Stay tuned for Inside the Tape. I'm just going to run up the hill now and film it.